Behind me, a bridge that collapsed earlier this week on the cusp of Florida International University. They've made swift progress for the cleanup, but it's still under investigation of what actually caused the bridge to come crumbling into pieces. In Sweetwater, I'm Bria Wesley, News 20. Hundreds of people came to the grounds of the Capitol to show their support on why people should vote yes to Amendment 4. In Tallahassee, I'm Bria Wesley, News 20. The House Committee approved the nation's first school marshal program. That means teachers will have to go through a training to be armed in the classroom. There are some legislators who feel some portions of the bill need to be revisited. And of course, this discussion will last for a while, but we'll keep you updated as the story continues. Live in the studio, I'm Bria Wesley, News 20. Let's send it back to the desk.
If you come to shop in Miracle Plaza, you may find a member of the business community missing. Capital City runners crossed the finish line. The store is closed.
Oh, it's definitely disappointing to see local businesses close down, the ones that you frequent particularly.
The owner, John Manry, announced via Facebook and the store's website that both locations, Thomasville and Bannerman Road, will shut the doors for good. Local runners and avid shoppers in dismay to hear the news.
Well, I was surprised and shocked and disappointed to hear that they were closing. I heard through a client that I was training, and she informed me that she read a blurb through Facebook from the Democrat that Capital City Runners was closing.
It wasn't just a runner store, but an asset to the community.
Such a personal touch to the running gear there that we use.
Also initiating 2 running groups, expanding immensely over the years.
All of us together, this was like our home base for work addicts and all local runners. It was a really good store to come to.
A place where runners will no longer be able to run to.
Many that walked to these doors not only wanted to catch the final sales, but to also use gift certificates or any credit that they had with the store. In Tallahassee, I'm Bria Wesley, News 20. An average of 7 people die per day and an average of 36 people suffer from injuries in home fires, mostly affecting children and the elderly. That information according to redcross.org. I was there at Rockbrook Apartments when Red Cross responded after the death of a child due to a fire.
Sharon Tyler knows the benefit of fire detectors. She is a director of the Capital Area chapter of the American Red Cross here in Tallahassee. She, along with other volunteers, canvassed the Rockbrook apartment community following the death of a 5-year-old in a home fire.
When I saw the fire truck and all them coming in, I said, what in the world's happened now?
Dorothy Grantham, stunned to hear the news.
You never expect things like that to happen, in your neighborhood, and all of a sudden it happens.
The focus is prevention. The volunteers went from door to door, lending a helping hand to install smoke alarms and to ensure the community members have the proper information.
We're responsible for our own safety and the safety of our families, and so we really encourage people to check their smoke alarms, to make sure that they work, to make sure that they're not old and the battery still works. If they're over 5, 7, 8 years, you need a new one, even if the battery part is still working.
For residents who weren't available to receive the installation of the smoke detector alarms, volunteers from American Red Cross left this packet with their information and phone number so they can later call and make an appointment. In Tallahassee, I'm Bria Wesley. The Leon County Sheriff's Office receiving some new toys that could possibly save a person's life. For this week's Facebook Live, breaking in these new Fatal Vision goggles. When Taylor Dowds put them on, everything became a blur.
It kind of baffles me that we pull people over and they think that they're fine, and really they're worse than what I was just trying, because I really wasn't impaired. It was just goggles.
Once you strap them on, they give an illusion of being impaired, some at different blood alcohol content levels. Officers and volunteers walk the walk on 2 different obstacles as if they were tested on the spot. And for Lieutenant Grady Jordan, it hits too close to home. His daughter injured by an impaired driver.
I was standing right by my daughter when it happened, and it makes a significant impact on me. And therefore, it's been a little bit more at the forefront of what I think and how I do business and what I talk about to the public.
According to the CDC, 1 death is every 51 minutes, and an average of 28 drivers die every day. and these goggles have a BAC of 0.25. As you can see, I would have failed the test. In Tallahassee, I'm Bria Wesley, News 20.